Hello, it's the 14th day of April, the 13th day of me vlogging every day in April. I just got a new wide-angle lens. That's me without it. That's me with it. Yeah. Wide-angle lenses are great. You get to have a lot more control over what you're doing with the camera. It comes along with a bunch of different stuff that I've gotten so far to make my audio-visual setup a lot better, which includes a mic holder that actually fits my mic stand. Whereas before, it sort of like hung off and it would fall all the time, and that's why my mic hisses a little bit. You hear the hiss? Yeah. So last week, I told you about Truth or Fail Fact Finders, and already it is up, and it is working, and it is running, and it is working extremely well. You can go to trutherfail.com/factfinders, or just click on the link in my pants, and then all of you people who raised your hands before, you can go and you can search out facts and you can find facts. There are a couple of things on that page that do not work, like the links at the bottom that goes to the guides to good facts. I've written a guide to good facts, I just have not put it into a webpage yet, but I figured I would talk a little bit about what makes a really good truth or fail fact right now. I love truth or fail facts when they are surprising, interesting, fascinating, has a nice, interesting description. It's got to have more than just the fact to it. It's got to also have a little bit of backstory, which is why the submission form has a more info section. Also, it's very important that you leave a citation. We have to fact check all of these facts, and a lot of the facts are hard to fact check. Also, citations are better when they're articles from reputable newspapers or Wikipedia articles, not lists of trivia facts, because lists of trivia facts are often full of not true things. Pitfalls to avoid include 1. Overly specific facts, like facts that are dates or number based, because nobody cares whether 49,000 or 50,000 of something happened. If it's the difference between, one number and another number, nobody cares. Also, overly esoteric facts. So if you know a lot of stuff about Star Wars and you're giving me facts that are like, interesting to people who are really, really into Star Wars, that's not going to do well because Truth or Fail has to have a very broad appeal. Also, for that reason, it's good to avoid stuff generally that you know a lot about. Because things that you know a lot about, you might not think that a fact is interesting because you've heard it 1,000 times and you've known it for years. But the fact is, most people probably haven't. So I like to write Truth or Fail about stuff that I don't know very much about, because when I write it about stuff that I know a lot about, the facts that most people find interesting, I don't find interesting anymore. And so I end up doing facts that most people don't find interesting because they're so esoteric. So those are just a couple of guidelines before jumping in. Now please, if you're interested, jump in! If you submit a fact and it gets approved, I'm pretty sure that our system will send you an email saying that your fact has been approved. If your fact doesn't get approved, it's not necessarily because it's a bad fact. It could also be because we have already had that fact submitted by someone else. But I've learned so many fascinating things in the last few hours just going through these facts and doing the fact checks. Thank you all so very much, and I will talk to you tomorrow.